Bill Kinley is part of the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2009. Bill, congratulations. Talk about baseball and obviously a game that you love and what drew you to the sport.
Well, growing up in a family that, where your parents loved baseball, you just naturally were drawn to it. I had brothers who played, and growing up in Elmwood, we played baseball every day on the street, in a park, played games with a bunch of kids or just with your brother. So we did that daily.
When did you realize that, you know what, I think I can be pretty good and I can take this and go with it and hopefully maybe one day wear a Giants uniform and play in the Manitoba Junior Baseball League?
Well, I never really had that vision as a young person because unfortunately for my oldest brother Al, there was no Elmwood Giants for him to play for. So, in the 70s when my father and Al and Joe Sandrick and Ted Nowicki and a few others decided to start the Elmwood Giants, all of a sudden you had an idea that hey, there is a future in this sport that we can look forward to.
You helped Manitoba reach the gold medal game in 1977 at the Canada Summer Games. Talk about that week in St. John's, and I know it was disappointment losing out in that gold medal game, and still brought home a silver medal, and just how much fun you had that week.
Well, it was a funny start to that because there was a lot of politics, and we had eight or nine city kids and 8 or 9 country kids, and there was a little bit of funny feelings going into it. But by the end of it, we had developed into one solid unit where, some of the kids the young men that played there I'm still good friends with today. Country kids, city kids, it was all one team. We went in there not sure where we stood, and after we started to win and roll through some of the tournaments, we started to feel pretty good and pretty excited, and had a lot of fun with each other, and got into a few. I have to say the country boys led us city boys astray, and took us on some trips outside of ours. But when it came to the ball field, we were one unit, and we had some tremendous players and tremendous athletes, and a very young Elmwood Giant pitcher, Kerry Candy, who was pitched the final, and I'm not sure if people knew had a sore arm. With a healthy Kerry Candy, I think the silver would have been a gold.
Talk about the confidence level that happened that week, because let's face it, when it comes to national events, Manitoba nowhere near the top when you think of BC, Ontario, Quebec, Alberta even maybe, and yet you played for gold.
Right. I guess we weren't ranked too high going in there, and I guess our confidence really jumped as we played Ontario and handed them a pretty good sound defeat. And a friend of mine that I played ball with in Elmwood was in Ontario at the time, playing ball in Ontario, and he was pretty happy that he could quiet some of the Ontario people about Manitoba's baseball. So it was a very great, very good experience, and from the coaching staff to the selection, and it was probably the best tournament that I have ever been involved in. As far as organization, Newfoundland was amazing. We had a final. There was 10,000 people watching a baseball game, and on national television there was coverage, TV cameras on every angle. So that was a new experience for all of us. So,
the following year, you're part of the Elmwood Giants and win gold at the Western Canada Junior Championship. That had to be just a thrill.
Well, I remember, a lot of people forget, I believe, that we have talked quite often about Kerry and being what a great pitcher he was, and he certainly was. We had another fellow that nobody really knows or hears about. His name was Brian Hassman, and we loved playing for Brian. Kerry, we knew he was going to strike out 15 guys a game, and sometimes you were a little asleep out in the field playing defense, but Brian, there was a ground ball all the time, and we loved playing for him as a middle infield. We got ball after ball after ball, and we played through that, I believe, without making any mistakes. So, and not that I knew this, but my brother Al said that their other teams commented on a solid defensive team we had that really was the difference.
Your career, hitting, is what I want to talk about now, and why you had so much success at the plate. Led the Red Boyne Senior in home runs in 1980 and batting average and RBI in 81. All-conference at Mayville State twice, MJBL All-Star, Red Boyne Senior All-Star teams. What approach did you take when it came to hitting that made you so successful?
Well, I've seen this at Home Run Sports. They have a sign up about confidence in hitting. Well, I, to this day, I still believe I never saw a pitcher I couldn't hit. And if you, as an athlete, if you go into a sporting event and believe that how good that pitcher is, and I don't know if I can, you're not going to hit them. So a little bit of arrogance, I guess, but confidence that you are going to hit. And I had confidence that anybody I faced I was going to hit.
Now, from your bio, from your induction, hitting some pretty long balls, tape measure home runs. I mean, did you feel that you home runs are home runs, but when you hit them deep and people are looking, going, "Geez, is that ever going to come down?" I mean, I had a pretty good feeling at the plate.
Oh yeah. Those are. You don't really feel it actually when you hit it. It's just a very sweet feeling, and you've hit it well, and it just carries. So it's I've hit a few of them that were a long distance. So. Favorite
memories, or I'm thinking more of something that not necessarily from the games or the Western Canadians or even the final, but anywhere where it's a memory stood out that you say to yourself after it was all done, you look back and say, "Geez, I'm glad I was a part of that because that was something special, and I'm glad it happened to me."
Well, I have to say I'm pretty proud of playing at Mayville State. I played every inning of every game in 4 years, and played for a great coach in Al Meyer in North Dakota, and he showed a lot of confidence in me with, I was taking a freshman and throwing him in the lineup, and I would have to put the Canada Games right up there as well. It's certainly, going in there with some odd feelings to start. Yeah. Going in there with my brother Bob, who's in the Hall of Fame, not making the team, I was shocked. Yeah. And so having it change from those initial feelings to something of very positive memory.
Was there much adjustment when you got to college to play ball for 4 years at Mayville?
You played every day. You started in January. I guess pitching was a little faster. That's certainly the farther you went on, and pitching got better. Defense is better because you practiced all the time. Fitness was more important. You didn't find anybody who was out of shape.
So when you got back home for summer, you're ready.
You're ready to go.
You've had your camp already.
Yeah, you get back and the ball will be jumping off the bat. So,
what was your reaction when you found out and you got the phone call that 2009 you joined the class of Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame? What was your reaction when you got the phone call?
Honored, obviously. I just, there's a lot of people in this Hall of Fame that I played with and against, and to be included in with them is I consider a great honor. A little bit of, I'm not sure the correct word, but the fact my brother Al is not in I'm thinking he should be in before me, because he has done so much for baseball, and not only in Elmwood but in this province, that I think that to me it was I'd like to see that first, and but just a great honor for my family. My father and my mother, who they traveled across North America to watch me play baseball, and my brother, that it would be a very proud moment for them as well.
And you've already been on the podium once with that 1978 to 80 Giants team from that little portion. Talk about that moment. I mean, you get together in Morden, you're reminiscing about ball, and now you're on stage, all of you as a team from those years. What did that mean to you personally, to look back at that and see all your teammates again and be recognized.
Yeah, well, that's a great thing. Obviously, the Giants, it wasn't just Bill Kinley, Kerry Candy, Randy Ladderbrick. We had a lot of other ball players who were very good ball players and did things very well and never really got the spotlight that the other people have got. But without them, coming to practice, we practiced every day. We played every day. The Elmwood Giants went to a tournament, 1 or 2 every weekend through the summer, and we played all the time. We couldn't do that without these other guys wanting to play and loving to play. So it gave us, gave these guys an opportunity to be recognized as well.
Bill, thanks for this. Bill Kinley is a member of the 2009 class inducted into the Manitoba Baseball Hall of Fame. I'm Clayton Dreger.